dragons, Jedis, Sith Lords. Oh my! Meet amazing fantasy artist Darren Tan.
Hi, friends. I'm Trevor Lai, the creator of PAWSUM, and I am so excited today to be with Darren Tan, an amazing artist who's worked on Star Wars, Magic the Gathering, and a whole lot of cool projects we'll be talking about. Darren, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
So first of all, I had so much fun researching your portfolio. I loved your work from Magic the Gathering, but it turns out that you've got a really deep Star Wars portfolio as well, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But tell us, how did you get started as a Magic the Gathering artist?
So for me, I didn't send in a portfolio to Wizards or anything. How I got in was through an art director who I had worked with before. He was in another company called Fantasy Flight Games. So I had been doing a lot of work for Fantasy Flight for a number of years already, most especially for all the Star Wars games that they do. So this art director had left and joined Wizards, and because we had a really good working relationship, so he decided to then bring me into Magic the Gathering. So that's how I got in.
Amazing. So, I mean, obviously connections matter, and art directors
Right.
really important. I hear a lot about from Julian last time when I talked to him. He said he loved working with his Wizards art directors.
Yeah.
Can you just explain to us, how does an art director at Magic help you do your job as an artist? Like, what do they provide you? Is it a brief? Is it references? What do they do for you?
I think the art directors for Wizards is really good, largely because they are also artists themselves, so they know like what they're looking at, and they give us the freedom to also express our own artistic liberties, but also
Yes.
help guide us to can we make this piece better, how we make it more impactful.
Yes.
I would agree with Julian that working with the art directors in Wizards has been a really good experience.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite pieces of yours is Invasion of Tarkir, this battle card with this really cool dragon. It
Thank you.
felt like, I honestly wish it was an extended art. I don't even need the text on it. Like, I just want to see your art as big as possible. Can you tell me about the story behind that piece? Like, who's the dragon, or what was your inspiration for painting that particular one?
For any set in Magic, we are given a reference Bible, right? So I think for that piece, I think that particular dragon, main one, is a Cologan. I think it's a legend. It's a well-known dragon.
Yes.
But it's a Phyrexianized version of Cologan.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
the Phyrexianization that you painted, which really made it look so cool. But I felt like when I saw it, I was like, this looks kind of familiar, because I know the original Cologan Dragon Lord. And then I saw your version. I was like, well, this seems like a different dragon.
Similar, right?
So it was super cool that you have this reference, this Bible to work from. But let me ask you, when it's a new character like Delny, which I know is probably one of the ones fans know the best, how do you come up with that?
Good question. Thanks for that. That one, so there's still references, but then they will give additional direction. Oh, we want to create this new character. She has to look a certain way.
Yes.
Asian, a little bit androgynous with the short haircut.
Yes.
The pixie short haircut.
Yes.
But in terms of the costuming, it's actually in the reference Bible as well, because they will tell me, okay, go reference this page about the inhabitants of Ravnica.
Yes.
This particular place I forgot where Delny is from.
Right.
So I just go to that, take inspiration from what they have, the concept art that they provided, and then craft something of my own from there.
Right.
So she's like a street rat, kind of hangs out on the street. So that's the direction I was given. So that's why.
I mean, just from my perspective, I looked at it and it brought back vibes of like a little bit like Aladdin, especially when you say street rat.
I see
Aladdin.
that.
Yeah. And then, but for you as a painter, like we just went from this crazy Phyrexianized dragon to this street rat kind of like chilling and, being immersed in the cityscape. Do you have a preference of like which types of scenes you like to paint for Magic? Like, do you want more action, or do you like sometimes these quieter character-based paintings?
I can do both, actually. I do a lot of high fantasy, sci-fi action scenes.
Yeah.
So I'm comfortable with that too. But I also do like historical illustrations. So
Oh, really?
Like scenes that are a little bit calmer, like
Yeah.
people in the boardroom meeting or either
Yeah.
in more calmer scenes. So I'm fine with both,
Okay.
actually.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then I talked about my favorite piece of yours, but tell us about your favorite magic artwork that you've painted so far.
I mean, both of the examples that we talked about are some of my favorites. I mean, that only is different for, it's my favorite for a different reason because the card is like a really legit good card. Tarkir, Revision of Tarkir. The other one is United Battlefront. It was a complex scene, but one that I enjoyed doing because it was going back to the plains of Tarkir, and then
Yes.
I wanted to paint a homage to Siege Rhino.
Yes. Yeah, I saw that.
So I
Like right in
included some
front and
Siege Rhino.
center.
Yeah. And also another thing is like that piece, because of there's so many things going on, you actually can't see a lot of the details in the card itself.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you go to my Instagram or my ArtStation, then you can see the full resolution, high res
Yeah.
of that image, and then you'll notice there's actually Elspeth on
Wow.
there. There's Narset in there as well.
Oh,
So you can see
wow.
that it's very difficult to see that in the card. And
Yeah.
I have it as a playmat as well. So and
Oh, okay.
it looks great on a playmat. Card is a little bit hard to see.
Oh, cool. Can people buy the playmat?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Let me just say, having done the research before I talked to you, I was so impressed when I, blew up your artwork and every single stroke. It's so incredible that, when you blow it up like 10 times, 20x, then you see that, oh, wow, he really did paint in like that rust
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
those scratches on the armor.
It's intentional. I like to leave those things in
Oh,
because I mean when I see other people, when I see artworks for other artists also, I really love to see like the hand
yeah,
strokes that made this awesome
yeah,
painting, you know.
yeah.
Like I mean, just to see that and then you compare to, like AI art and stuff like that, you can see the difference, you know.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
someone's actually went through this with their hand,
Oh, it's
you know.
amazing.
You can see the craftsmanship.
Yes, I love that you put those almost like Easter eggs for people who appreciate it, I think.
Mm,
But let me just say, I think also for the casual player who might just like play with a card, I feel like you can feel the details just by looking at that piece, because certain
yeah.
pieces will feel flatter and others will feel like yours will feel like there's so
Hmm.
much detail inside, even if they can't physically blow up the card itself,
Mm.
right? I think they can feel the sort of layers that you've put into it. So I encourage everyone to check out Darren's Instagram and ArtStation and wherever you can find his artworks blown up, and then really just hit that zoom button over and over again and just like blow up and appreciate those details. I think that's one of the reasons your artwork is so special.
Thank you. I'm
So
glad people enjoy it.
yeah, absolutely. So speaking of details, let's switch over to Star Wars because I spent a lot of time poring over your Star Wars artwork. I can tell from your shirt that you are obviously a genuine
Right.
fan. So tell us, like, how did you get started working on artwork for the Star Wars franchise?
So I was with this company in it's like an art studio collective with other artists.
Hmm.
They're called Imaginary Friends Studios. So yeah, so I was working with them, and being in a collective has its advantages
Sure.
in that it brings in a lot of, you're able to pull in a lot of projects that you wouldn't otherwise have the ability
Take on.
to do to take
Yeah.
on, yeah. That
Right.
you have a longer reach.
Yes.
So they were able to bring in a Star Wars project. I think it was for Sony Online
Okay.
Entertainment. I
Okay.
don't know if it's still a thing now, but back
Okay.
then they used to make this on Star Wars online game called Star Wars Galaxies.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They were making a online card game out of that.
Yes.
So that was my very first Star Wars project. So I was super excited. I was like, wow.
Yeah. But by then you probably had been drawing Star Wars ever since you were a kid, right? So you were like, I want to take this
Yeah,
card. Come on, give it to me, right? Like from the rest of the
correct.
collective guys, you're like, let me do
Correct. I had been a Star Wars fan for a very long time, since all the way back. Even before 97 when the special editions came out. But when the
yes,
special editions came out is when my fandom sort of like
took off.
skyrocketed. Yeah,
Yeah.
because that led into episode one, the
Yes.
prequels and stuff like that. That was to be able to do work for Star Wars was, yeah, like a dream
Dream come
come
true.
true. That was my first, and then from there I got to work with the publisher the publishers of Star Wars book, Del Rey.
Yes.
That was another crazy thing that I really enjoyed. One of my significant moments in my career.
Yeah, it's
Being able to
amazing.
contribute art to the expanded universe. Back then it was still expanded universe before the Disney era.
Yes, yes. And do you have a favorite character that you have, in the Star Wars universe that you just love to paint, whether it's
Sure.
for the job or for personal reasons?
I think anyone who follows me knows that I'm a big Thrawn fan. A lot of the most recognizable artwork of Grand Admiral Thrawn is done by me. So
Yes.
that's one of the big ones. But
Okay.
there are a lot of other characters from Star Wars that I love, like Admiral Akbar, Admiral Raddus, Wedge Antilles. I love like the spaceships and the starfighters,
Yes.
combat, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
The Imperials as well. I mean, Star Wars has been going on for many years, so it's like there are a lot of characters. Like the latest from Andor is like my absolute favorite Star Wars TV series.
Oh,
So from
yeah.
there, I love the character of Luthen Rael,
Yes.
Saw Gerrera,
Yes.
even Mon Mothma. That show really elevated the character of Mon Mothma.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. And also, of course, like I felt like considering how many years passed between the Rogue One film and
Mhm.
Andor, I thought it was incredible that they could reignite your sort of interest and passion in the characters to actually an even higher level.
Andor actually elevated what Star Wars could be, in my opinion.
Yeah, totally. Again, I encourage fans to go check out your artwork because you have some amazing epic scenes, like the Hoth evacuation, all of these crazy scenes that are, again, you have to hit that zoom button and go into the artwork and see all the details. So tell us, like, when you're painting a scene like that, for example, how long does that take you? Does it take you like weeks or months? How long does it take you to do a scene like that?
That one took a while. Maybe a month or more. Because
Wow.
I really wanted to knock that one out of the park.
Yeah.
All the details, I had to make sure it's accurate.
Yes.
The scale, the way that ion cannon blast impacts the shield on the Star Destroyer.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to that. Gotta get it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
The speed, the sense of speed. Yeah. And like how the battle would play out.
Yes.
Because I'm not just doing any random scene. And this is a particular scene that's taking place in this particular moment in the movie. It's just that it's not on screen. I'm just showing it to you right now.
Yes. So what was
On
your
this
reference for
artwork.
that since it happened off screen? Was it books? Like that's where you got the reference from for what was happening there, or your imagination?
Was it a lot? I think it's largely my imagination depict this. I actually did that too
Yes.
because I wanted to get it out for I think it was the 50th anniversary
Right.
or 60th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's why I chose that scene.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. It's an amazing piece. And I want to know, so when you say a month, are you saying that you didn't work on basically anything else? Like it was full time on that one piece, or you were jumping back and forth between other stuff, but this piece stayed on your table for a month?
It's not 100%, but it took about that long. Juggling work with this
Well,
and
yeah.
other things and family. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, it shows through your passion for that piece in particular, but a lot of your pieces, it really shows through. So you must be excited about how Wizards of the Coast is now doing all these universes beyond, and Star Trek's coming next year. I don't know if you're working on any of the pieces for that. I feel like
Well, since they announced it, I can say that I've done work for Star Trek. Which card we will find out. They haven't announced it yet.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm a big
Yeah.
Trekkie, so I'm going to be looking for your cards for sure. And then
Yeah.
Star Wars is not announced yet, but you must be like, sending your emails to your art directors and being like, hey, when Star Wars comes, pick me.
For sure. Definitely. I was like, if you guys are doing Star Wars, not that I expect it, but I really want to be on it. I definitely send that email.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I think we can't wait to see your work for that and everything else you're doing in between for Magic. Thank you so much, Darren. It's been so fun talking to you. You have got amazing artwork. Before we go, I have to ask you, who are two Magic artists that you admire or that you think that we should spotlight also on our Play PAWSUM channel?
There's one guy in Indonesia that I really like his work. His name is Joshua Raphael.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it would be good for you to get an interview with him.
Okay.
And I think he's still doing magic cards as well. Miguel Mercado.
Okay.
Miguel
Okay.
Mercado. Yeah.
Okay.
He's from the Philippines. Really nice guy.
Cool. All right. So I will look up Joshua Raphael and Miguel Mercado, and we'll see if we can get them on the channel. Thanks so much, and we'll keep in touch, and hopefully we'll get to meet in person sometime.
It was a pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
All right. May the force be with you.
May the force be with you.
All right. See ya.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you want to support PAWSUM, please check out PAWSUMKickstarter.com or follow us at PlayPAWSUM on Instagram, TikTok, and here on YouTube. I look forward to spotlighting more magic artists on this channel. If there's someone you want us to talk to, please leave their name in the comments below. We will try to find them and hopefully get them on the show. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, PAWSUM is awesome, and so are you.